Jiggly cake is everywhere. From the bustling bakery displays to the cozy corners of our homes, this delightful dessert has captured our hearts and taste buds. Its wobbly texture and vibrant colors are hard to resist. Each slice reveals a mesmerizing dance of flavors and textures that beckon us to indulge. Social media is filled with tempting videos of this delightful dessert. Every scroll brings a new creation, each more enticing than the last, making it nearly impossible to look away. The challenge? To eat jiggly cake every day for a week. It seemed simple enough, but I knew it would be a test of willpower and self-control. Could I handle the sugar rush and potential health consequences? The thought lingered in my mind, making me question my decision. I was determined to find out. With each bite, I felt a mix of excitement and apprehension, wondering how this experiment would unfold. This experiment wasn't just about satisfying my sweet tooth. It was a journey of discovery, a way to delve deeper into my relationship with food. It was about understanding the impact of our food choices. Each ingredient, each calorie, had a story to tell, and I was eager to listen. We often indulge without considering the long-term effects. The immediate pleasure often overshadows the potential consequences, but I wanted to change that narrative. This experiment was my way of exploring those effects firsthand. By documenting my journey, I hope to gain insights not just for myself, but for anyone who has ever wondered about the true impact of their dietary choices. The first step was to gather the ingredients. I spent hours in the grocery store meticulously reading labels and selecting the best options for my jiggly cake creations. Baking the jiggly cake became a ritual. The process was therapeutic, each step a dance of precision and creativity. The kitchen filled with the sweet aroma of success. Sharing the jiggly cake with friends and family added another layer to the experience. Their reactions, the joy and laughter, made the challenge even more rewarding. Each day, I reflected on my experience. The journal became a confidant, a place to pour out my thoughts and observations. It was a journey of self-discovery, one bite at a time. The variety of jiggly cakes I tried was astounding. From classic flavors to exotic combinations, each one offered a unique experience, a new story to tell. By the end of the week, I had not only embraced the challenge, but also gained a deeper understanding of my relationship with food. It was a journey of indulgence, reflection, and growth. Embracing the challenge was more than just a week of eating jiggly cake. It was a transformative experience, one that left me with a newfound appreciation for mindful eating and the stories our food can tell. Jiggly cake, while visually appealing, is essentially a sugar bomb. It's made with ingredients like flour, sugar, eggs, and cream cheese. While these ingredients offer some nutritional value, the high sugar content overshadows any benefits. One slice of jiggly cake can contain up to 30 grams of sugar. That's more than half the recommended daily sugar intake for adults. Consuming this much sugar regularly can lead to various health problems. Eating a lot of sugar gives you a quick burst of energy. This is followed by a crash, leaving you feeling tired and sluggish. This is the sugar roller coaster in action. It's a temporary cycle with lasting consequences. Long-term high sugar intake increases the risk of chronic diseases. These include type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even certain cancers. It also disrupts gut health, impacting digestion and immunity. The first few days were pure bliss. I felt like I was in a dream, indulging in all the sweet treats I could ever want. Every bite of cake, every spoonful of dessert brought a smile to my face. It was a week dedicated to pure indulgence, and I was loving every moment of it. The jiggly cake was delicious, and I enjoyed the energy boost. Each slice seemed to melt in my mouth, and the sugar rush gave me a burst of energy that kept me going throughout the day. I felt unstoppable, like I could conquer anything that came my way. However, by day 4, I started experiencing the downsides. The initial euphoria began to fade, and I noticed a shift in how I felt. My body was starting to react to the constant intake of sugar, and it wasn't pleasant. I felt lethargic, my stomach felt off, and I craved even more sugar. It was a vicious cycle. The more sugar I consumed, the more my body seemed to demand. My energy levels plummeted, and I found myself reaching for another piece of cake just to get through the day. My sleep was also affected. Nights became restless, and I found myself tossing and turning, unable to find a comfortable position. The sugar highs and lows were taking a toll on my ability to get a good night's rest. I found it harder to fall asleep and woke up feeling less rested. The dark circles under my eyes were a clear sign that my body was struggling to cope with the constant sugar intake. Each morning, I felt more exhausted than the last. The initial excitement of the challenge had worn off, replaced by the reality of my dietary choices. I began to reflect on the impact of my food choices, realizing that the short-term pleasure wasn't worth the long-term discomfort. The regret started to set in, and I knew I needed to make a change. Determined to turn things around, I started researching healthier diets and made a plan to incorporate more balanced meals into my routine. I began to understand the importance of moderation and the benefits of a well-rounded diet. As I transitioned to healthier eating habits, I noticed a significant improvement in my overall well-being. My energy levels stabilized, my sleep improved, and I felt more in control of my cravings. The journey taught me valuable lessons about the impact of food on my body and mind. Looking back, the week of sweet indulgence was a learning experience. It highlighted the importance of balance and the need to listen to my body's signals. I felt accomplished for making positive changes and more confident in my ability to maintain a healthier lifestyle moving forward. Section 5. Visualizing the impact. A look at the numbers. As you can see, one slice of Jiggly cake significantly exceeds the recommended daily sugar intake. Imagine the impact of consuming this much sugar every day for a week, a month, or even longer. This graph illustrates the potential health risks associated with excessive sugar consumption. It's a stark reminder that our dietary choices have very real consequences. Section 6. Beyond the fluff. Expert opinions on excessive sugar consumption. Leading health organizations, including the World Health Organization and the American Heart Association, warn against excessive sugar consumption. They recommend limiting added sugar intake to less than 10% of daily calories. These organizations cite numerous studies linking high sugar intake to various health problems. Their recommendations are backed by scientific evidence and highlight the importance of mindful eating. Section 7. Sugar and your health. A recipe for trouble. This section delves into the intricate relationship between sugar consumption and our overall health. It's a topic that has garnered much attention in recent years, as more and more studies reveal the hidden dangers of excessive sugar intake. Sugar, in moderation, isn't necessarily harmful. In fact, our bodies need some sugar to function properly. Natural sugars found in fruits and vegetables provide essential nutrients and energy. However, the problem arises when we consume too much added sugar, which is prevalent in many of the foods and drinks we consume daily. However, the amount of sugar found in processed foods and sugary drinks far exceeds what our bodies need. These products are often loaded with hidden sugars, making it easy to consume more than the recommended daily amount without even realizing it. This overconsumption can lead to a host of health issues. This excess sugar wreaks havoc on our systems. It can cause spikes in blood sugar levels, leading to energy crashes and mood swings. Over time, these fluctuations can contribute to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. Additionally, high sugar intake has been linked to inflammation, which is a root cause of many chronic diseases. It contributes to weight gain, as excess sugar is stored in the body as fat. This can lead to obesity, which is a major risk factor for numerous health problems, including heart disease, stroke, and certain types of cancer. Increases the risk of chronic diseases, such as diabetes, heart disease, and liver disease. These conditions not only reduce the quality of life, but also increase healthcare costs and burden the healthcare system, and disrupts the balance of our gut microbiome. A healthy gut is essential for overall well-being, as it aids in digestion, supports the immune system, and even influences mental health. Excessive sugar can feed harmful bacteria in the gut, leading to an imbalance that can cause digestive issues, weakened immunity, and mental health problems. These effects highlight the importance of being mindful of our sugar intake. By reading nutrition labels, choosing whole foods over processed ones, and being aware of hidden sugars, we can make healthier choices. Opting for natural sources of sweetness, such as fruits, and reducing the consumption of sugary snacks and drinks can significantly improve our health and well-being. It's about finding a balance and making informed decisions to protect our health in the long run. Finding balance. Enjoying treats in a healthy way. Enjoying treats occasionally is perfectly fine. The key is moderation. Instead of making sugary treats a daily habit, reserve them for special occasions. When you do indulge, savor every bite and choose smaller portions. This allows you to satisfy your cravings without overdoing the sugar. Sweet alternatives. Satisfying your cravings without the sugar overload. There are plenty of healthy and delicious alternatives to satisfy your sweet tooth. Fresh fruits, for example, are naturally sweet and packed with nutrients. You can also try making your own desserts with less sugar or using natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup in moderation. Join the conversation. Share your Jiggly cake story. Have you tried the Jiggly cake challenge or experienced the effects of high sugar intake? Share your story and let's raise awareness about the importance of healthy eating. Your experiences can inspire others to make informed choices and prioritize their well-being. Together, we can create a healthier and happier world. The final verdict, Jiggly cake. A treat, not a treatment. Jiggly cake, like many viral food trends, is visually appealing and undeniably delicious. However, it's essential to remember that it's a treat, not a staple food. Enjoying it occasionally is fine, but making it a daily habit can have detrimental effects on your health. Choose your treats wisely, prioritize whole foods, and savor every bite of your indulgences.